seeing you here. I was just about to go out for a practice run.
Forget the practice run, farm boy. Let's race.
Okay, get ready to eat my dust.
We'll see about that, crop hopper.
Don't be a wise guy. Don't say, oh, look at this! More crap for the Wii U. Thing is, this is actually a good thing for the Wii U. I mean, think about it. People look for games like this. Games about crap they recognize. This stuff sells. So as much as the Wii U needs good games, it also needs these games. It helps when they're actually kind of decent.
Section mission complete. Fleisenhauer, this is Echo, checking in +1.
Go ahead, Echo. Who's up there with you?
This is Bravo. We are both ready for the glide path.
Disney's Planes landed on my desk earlier this week. Actually, 2 of them, both the Wii U and 3DS versions. It's also available for the original DS and the Wii, but that's it. Planes is exclusive to Nintendo platforms. An interesting trend more licensed games seem to be following. And again, it's actually not bad, but I mean, there are only 2 console versions, the Wii and the Wii U. So you'd expect this version, the one for the current platform, to be the version, right? Or at least to get the effort. Some nice graphics, some interesting gamepad use, and then you water it down for the older system, right? I mean, you don't just upscale the Wii version for Wii U, right? Or maybe you do. Actually, when the Wii is outselling the Wii U, that's exactly what you do. So listen, I'm gonna say plenty of nice things about this game, but before we get to that, it is disappointing to play a game with one HD version, the Wii U version, and to see that it didn't seem to be the focus of development. I mean, remember when the Wii was getting all those slightly better looking PS2 games? Well guys, here's a slightly upscaled Wii game for your Wii U. You know, just to make you feel at home. Now, all that aside though, Planes is actually a pretty decent movie game. I mean, I'm always saying that decent movie game is a relative term, which is again true. As a standalone original game, this would be forgettable. As a game based on a film, it's really not that bad. You could do a lot worse than Planes on the Wii U. Even without much specific focus, this is still the better game.
Amazing! Gotcha! Slinger!
So what is the game? Well, it's basically Pilot Wings for kids. You get to play as several characters from the movie, and each one has their own set of missions, spread across 10 different locations. And the missions all fall into certain categories. There are ones where you're smashing things, like dams or piles of snow. You also have some straightforward races with lots of rings and Pilot Wings things. We even have to take pictures. And how Pilot Wings is that? So that's the so-called story mode, but there's also a free flight mode, which is also very Pilot Wings, as well as standalone racing and balloon popping mode. So there's actually a lot of different modes here, but the problem is they're all very short and even more shallow, so don't expect anything that'll hold your interest. These are definitely kid-focused games in terms of both their simplicity and their depth.
Super el Taxi Cabra to the rescue!
Fortunately, they all play great, and that's the one thing Planes does really well. The controls are super tight and responsive. You steer with the left stick, you can do barrel rolls and things like that with the right. Simple, perfect, really fun to play. I just wish there was some gamepad use here. I mean, it does support off-TV play, which is always a useful feature, but beyond that, there's nothing interesting at all, and that's always a disappointment.
All right, Crop Hopper, enough procrastinating. I gotta get those fields dusted.
Disney's Planes sets out to be nothing more than a really solid kids game, and it does that better than you might expect. Again, it's like a licensed version of Pilot Wings for younger pilots with multiplayer, and that's awesome. But if you expect more from what is really the only HD version of a game, Planes doesn't have it. It's a good kids game, but nothing more.
Made it.